When a ridiculous bureaucratic decision denies widows their wish to rest in peace with their husbands, we are only too happy to step in. They'd paid for their graves decades ago, then found out the purchase came with an expiry date. We felt that wasn't good enough. And guess what?
That's what we got the grave for, with my husband in it, so I could go in it too. And I think there'll be a lot of people quite pleased now. Yeah.
Ecstatic.
I don't need any Christmas present. I've got my Christmas present. I've won!
A weight lifted off these widows. Relief after months of anguish.
To finally get that phone call, I mean, how did that make you feel?
I wanted to shout with happiness that the little man won.
The last time we spoke to Sheila Goebel was back in August.
He thinks we're going to be buried together there. It's heartless, it really is, it's heartless.
The 81-year-old, distraught, told she couldn't be laid to rest beside the love of her life, Fred, due to a technicality.
Oh, good grief. No, it's just nasty of the council, it really is. How can they do this to all the widows? I never expected to get that letter from the council, and I didn't know how I was going to cope.
Sheila, one of many people in Perth's southern suburbs who'd pre-purchased a plot at the since closed East Rockingham Pioneer Cemetery. What she didn't know was that her lease had expired, and following a policy change in April, Sheila and others, including Lorna Payne, were told their dying wishes wouldn't be honoured.
I couldn't imagine it. I said to Mum, no matter what, it was going to happen. So I would have just kept pushing and pushing to make sure it happened for her, because
they were going to make sure.
Like Sheila, Lorna purchased her plot with the expectation she and her husband would one day be reunited. Her daughter Gail, speaking with us in August of the stress the situation had caused her mother.
When you lose someone, you always say, yep, we'll meet again. We'll be together forever. And that was her plan as well. And that's what she's still got in her head, that when she goes, she will be with Dad.
After our story aired, the City of Rockingham didn't waste any time calling a special meeting and putting forward a proposal to the state government to amend the closure order, stating that after community consultation, it found many respondents did not realise their grant expired after 25 years.
When I first found out that changes to the city's policy had really affected a lot of families and created a lot of emotional turmoil and uncertainty, we set about trying to find a resolution that was compassionate, that was common sense.
A painstaking process that left widows and families in limbo. Minister for Local Government, Hannah Beasley, says it was important to get it right.
This has been an ongoing issue. 2009 was when the cemeteries have officially closed. There's been a lot of people who have moved around in that time, so it was a really big process of trying to track those people down.
The state government and local council ultimately identifying more than 200 residents impacted, and overnight gazetting this, an amended closure order stating anyone who previously held a right of burial can be laid to rest here.
Importantly, also gives ministerial discretion in cases that might not be as clear-cut.
Makes you feel a lot better.
It makes you feel better. Yeah. And especially too for the kids, you know, the family, because they would have been having to put me somewhere else. And this is much better now.
You would have been with Dad, Mum.
Oh, I'll be down there with
I was
him.
making sure.
Yeah.
The amended order arriving 1 week from Sheila being discharged from hospital, having suffered a stroke.
I can relax now. I know now I can relax. And I want to thank you so much. We're going to be together forever.
And amidst it all, she hasn't lost her sense of humour, recalling this remark a few months back.
I want to be buried in a nice dress with a bottle of wine.
Next to your husband.
Yes, he's got beer.
But that's still the plan.
I haven't got to pour it down a hole now.
Yeah, It's a common sense result, and the WA government believes there are others impacted and would like them to get in touch.